Hello Pisces, welcome to Firedance Witch Tarot. I hope that you are doing well today. We're doing your romance or love reading for the month of May. Remember that this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come to it is when you're supposed to receive the message. And it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is, of course, a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but cross-watchers are welcome, and all of those that are guided to see it as well, because remember that we have a multitude of different zodiac signs in our birth chart, and sometimes it just indicates that that particular sign is affecting your birth, your chart at this time. And so looking into your birth chart and looking at the different readings and see which ones you're called to them is a good idea, because it allows you to get a better picture of what is coming up for you in the next couple of weeks. So that being said, Pisces, let's get into your love reading today. We're going to be using the Mirror Truth Lenormand cards by Silvia, Neitzner. As always, all the information for the cards and anything else that I might use is down below in the description. I invite your spirit guides and my spirit guides into this sacred space, as well as spirit, to get your messages for today. Guides and spirits, please guide beautiful Pisces for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? More for their love reading of this month. Pisces. We have book. Very interesting. What else for Pisces? Love reading for Pisces. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? I'm seeing someone running or jogging. It doesn't feel like it's anything else except, you know, something to do with exercises. It seems that it's either very early in the morning or very late in the evening. There's still some sun. I'm hearing care must be taken. So whomever you are, I'm seeing female, but it stands to reason that male or female, woman or man, it does not matter. It's always prudent to be careful, especially if you're going out on your own doing that sort of thing. It better be safe than sorry. That's what I'm hearing. So bear that in mind. If you are a jogger, best to do it with someone along for protection. You know, there's strength in numbers in that. So moving away from that energy, we also have the Child. Interesting. What else? And we have the Gentleman. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And we have at the bottom of the deck the Lady. Very interesting energy. Okay, so we have the counterparts. We have book. We have Child. Let's get your tarot and put it all together, shall we? Okay. This one is the Seers Tarot. Okay, what else for Pisces? I'm being nudged to mention that whenever these things are said when channeled, it usually is to sort of draw attention to specific people that this message might pertain to, or at least aspects of it might be very important to that particular person. Quite apart from giving those specific messages or information that would be very important to pass on. Don't know why. Maybe somebody needs to hear the reason why such a random thing would be said. Okay. Pisces. We have the Nine of Pentacles. That's a very nice energy to start out with. What else for Pisces? We have Judgment. Very nice. And it's mirroring, in some ways, the energy of the child. That very fluid, sort of flying with the wind sort of energy to it. Very nice. Very... I'm hearing mystical and spiritual. Okay, what else for Pisces? What else for Pisces? What else do they need to know? What else do they need to see for their love reading? Please guide beautiful Pisces for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to see? Okay, we have the Two of Swords. Speaking about seeing. What else for Pisces? Pisces. There's too many. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. Very nice. Pisces, Pisces. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Please guide them for their highest and greatest good. By the way, let me know if it bothers you or if it doesn't. I have the fan behind me on. I hope it doesn't, make too much noise, but it's pretty hot in here, so just thought I should mention it in case it bothers you. Just let me know down below and I will try to figure something else out, but it really does get hot in here. All right, what else? We have the Nine of Swords. Okay. And we have the Three of Swords. Okay. Let's get an outcome for Pisces, please. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the King of Swords. The Four of Pentacles. What else? And we have, very nice, we have the World and we have the Lovers for your outcome. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. No, sorry, the Knight of Wands. Okay. Now, it seems to me like, Pisces, that you've been very much into your own world. With the book, it seems to me like you've been very much into hitting the books, reading about all sorts of things, and you have been having a lot of different ideas bursting through, and your inner child has come out to play. This is very much within the realm of Pisces. Pisces is very much into the arts and literature and mysticism and all of these things that are so beautiful and fluid and full of light and inspiration and just everything that flows, basically. And you have that very much that sort of energy here. And it tells me that especially with this Nine of Pentacles, you have been enjoying your alone time. You have been enjoying learning new things and sort of bring up bringing up all sorts of things that have really come to inspire you, and raising also, bringing in prosperity along the way. And all of these things are really, really good. It has really brought you out of your shell in some ways, and it has evened out the scales for you, and has really brought in benefits and rewards for you. And what I am getting here is that there's something that you're not seeing at this point in time. What I'm hearing is that you have to be careful not to fall into the realm of fantasy when it comes to romance, not to over-fantasize romantic connections and really make it sort of too fantasy-like, I'm hearing, which would sort of lock you into a pattern that you're not seeing at the moment. But the pitfall is that you might pretty much isolate yourself and create an environment for yourself that will only bring heartache. And it would also, I'm hearing, for some of you, it might make you miss out on a really good relationship because it might not necessarily conform to these particular ideas that you have been gaining when it comes to romance. So what I'm hearing is get your nose out of the book and come back to reality a little bit. And it's not meant to be in a harsh way. My spirit guides tend to be a little bit cheeky, trying to bring in humor with all this. But essentially all they're doing is they're trying to warn you of this particular pitfall that you might not be able to see because your head is too much on the clouds, I'm hearing, and your feet are not planted in the ground. And this is something that Pisces has been known for. Of course, this is not universal. It will depend a lot on the different influences in your chart, of course, but it is important to note that at this point in time, you have been enjoying so much your own time and your learning and this whole new rejuvenation of yourself that you might not be seeing, or you might be missing out on certain clues or cues that might sort of self-sabotage a little bit if things don't necessarily conform to ideals that you have formed for yourself in this whole new process of rejuvenation. And so keeping all of that straight is going to be important. It is something that you're going to have to really work on for yourself. It is going to be a lot of a balancing act, I am hearing. You have the concrete, and then you have here the books. So there is always that dichotomy of ideals versus reality, and it's something that you're going to have to balance for yourself. And it's something that is going to be very illuminating for you, especially with the candle that she's holding. It's going to be very illuminating, this process, to see where the truth really lies. Where is the wisdom? What is fantasy and what is possible in real life, just so that you don't miss out on a beautiful relationship, essentially self-sabotaging this connection that's coming in for you with your actual counterpart. So it is a little bit of a warning. It is not set in stone, but they are telling me that by really working on and balancing head over heart, balancing out ideals versus reality, this is where the wisdom comes in. This is where the wisdom comes in with the King of Swords and that owl here in the corner. So it is going to be a very illuminating process, and it will essentially allow you to finally make that decision to not hold out for something that is not possible, in favor of what is, and not miss out on what is in essence a really great potential for a beautiful connection. Just because it doesn't match up to the fantasy and it doesn't match up to exactly what you had pictured in your mind does not mean that it is not good and it is not beautiful in its own right. And that's going to allow you to open yourself up and no longer block things that that might be coming your way, those beautiful opportunities that are coming your way, so that I'm hearing be open to a lot of these things, because sometimes things don't always look the way you imagine they would look. And so when you open yourself up to that, you bring in that beautiful change that is needed, and it will start a new cycle in which you learn to value that which is in front of you, that is beautiful and sincere and pure when it comes to relationships, and not, even though it might not necessarily match up to the fantasy. And this is where you're going to learn that even though it is different, it is still beautiful, it is still inspiring, and it is still something that brings in quite a bit of passion and love and romance into your life. And it will be something very, very quick. It is not something that is going to ask you to pick and choose or anything like that. It's going to, it essentially is going to bring in about a whole new way of thinking about things, and opening you up to the beautiful opportunities that are being presented to you by Spirit, essentially saying that you've asked for something that resembles this. Well, I'm bringing you something that is even better. It doesn't necessarily match what you have imagined, but if you accept that, then you are in for a beautiful time. That's what I'm hearing, Pisces. So try to be mindful of this pit hole that is in front of you that you haven't been able to see up until this moment. But if you open yourself up and see it, then you are able to work through and really sift through this whole idea of fantasy versus reality. And therefore you won't miss out on this beautiful opportunity that is coming your way. So that's all I've got for you today, Pisces. I hope that this reading has been helpful and that you've enjoyed it. If you have and you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and reading the notification bell so that you're always notified of every video I put up. I put up every couple of days as my schedule allows. Leave a little comment down below, a little thumbs up, and share it if you think somebody else might benefit from this material. And I hope to see you again soon, Pisces. Lots of love to you, and blessed be.